this morning we promised the kids that we'll try and show you how to make a rocket stove in order to boil some water for our coffee this afternoon. There's quite a few treats there as well. Now, just in order to save time, we're not going to be spending too much time going through all of this. Hopefully at some stage we can literally go through some aspects of it on our next drives. But just to show you what we're going to be doing this time now. Now, this over here, it's just basically a log that I picked up at the lodge. So it had a hole in it. So you can see there's a little hole right through it. So I didn't have to do anything there. But then right over here is I made another hole. So I carved it out with my knife. And basically what we're going to do from here on is we're going to start making a fire inside. And then once the fire starts, it's going to burn all the way through and concentrate it through this section right over here. What we're then going to do from there is we're going to take, once it starts going the fire, we're going to put these little rocks on the side here and then put the kettle on top of it. The reason why we're doing it like this is so that there's a bit of air that goes through so we can get some flames going and then hopefully boil this kettle. Now, right in front of me, there's quite a few things that I've laid out. So the first thing here was a normal cloth that I took and I made something called char cloth. Now, right over here on this little piece of bark, you'll see there's some, looks like burned cloth, and this is not actually burned, but it's actually made in that way so that as soon as there's a little spark, it will light. Right over here I have some elephant dung, and then over here I have something like a little torch. So it's basically a reed that I've opened up and I've put a bit of elephant dung in here. So as soon as I can get a fire going here, I can basically take this reed, put it inside there, and then feed this stove that we have. As well, if you're making like this, it's quite dangerous to pull it like this and then blow into this hole, because sometimes if there's a little coal that comes out, it might land on your head and burn you. I've had a few times where I had little patches missing out of my beard or even the top of my head because of a little coal dropping onto me. So because of that, I've actually made a reed. So I took a piece of wire and hollowed the reed out so that when I do need to give it a bit of air, I could do it from here and then blow into this stove and then hopefully generate enough, or there's enough oxygen to generate enough heat so we can get that kettle boiling. So basically what I'm going to try and do is, as I said, we're going to quickly do this, and then once we start getting this going, we'll link you back to some of the other guides, and hopefully by the time we get back, this rocket stove would be going and we can put the kettle on. But I basically want to show you how we're going to start lighting it. So first I'm taking some elephant dung. I made sure that it is very dry. So now the biggest thing here as well is notice the area behind me. So I'm doing this in an area where nothing can catch light. It's really important because fire comes with a lot of responsibility, and you have to really make sure that the area is safe. And also for all the children, there has to be some adults, has to be quite a few adults with you. So all I'm going to do now is just put some elephant dung in here. Just want to make sure it goes all the way through. Put some more elephant dung right over here. Okay. Now this char cloth would only with a spark would be able to ignite. So I'm going to just, as we said, so normally I'll show you how to do it. Maybe the next time we can do it with sticks to show you how to start the fire, but we're going to do this quite quickly so we can get it in here and then hopefully start our fire so we can make the coffee. So I'm going to go here, just a bit of a spark onto it. Okay, so now it's going. I'm going to put that over there. Have my elephant dung ready to go. So I'm going to take this char cloth. Put it in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, so there is a bit of a coal going, but I want to speed up the process. I'm going to just add a little bit more into it. So here we go. So I'll be as careful as I possibly can be. So you just want to take that. Just get a little bit, I'll just throw in a few branches over here, maybe put in another one in over there. And I think let's quickly light our torch and send it across inside. So it might take us a little while just to get well, not too long hopefully. But what I want to do is just feed this, and hopefully some of the elephant dung that's inside will start burning. Okay, so while we're going to do that, so for the next little while, I'm going to try and take some of this coal and then put it in here. And as soon as it starts going, I'll let everyone know, and then we'll come back to it. So basically what happens here is with this log now, so we don't have to feed it anymore because it actually starts burning from the inside. And that hole that we had at the top, so it's forcing all the heat into that central point. So you're not losing any of the heat outside. And because of that, it will let the kettle boil a lot quicker than trying to make a big fire all around. So just want to make sure that once we're done, we'll pour some water over it, and then we'll take that log back to the lodge and we'll put it on the fire tonight. But I don't think it's going to be long. I already start seeing a bit of smoke coming out from this side of the kettle. Now, in this case, where it might start slowing down, is I can just use that reed of mine. Dove, I agree, it is sizzling nice. So what I can do now, in order to just get it going again, of course, that little reed that I have, just start blowing in. Well, I think the flame might have died, but there's still quite a lot of heat. If I don't have any, so what we'll do now, oh, there the kettle's going again. It's actually caught a bit of a flame. So we didn't bring any tea, but what we brought with is, so I said to Owen, if we can start this fire or start it like that, we'll bring something quite delicious with. So here, just to show you, we brought some delicious homemade crunchies that we're going to enjoy with our coffee. So I'm going to put that over on the side. I think, based on what I've heard and just having a look at the water here, you can already see there's a bit of steam coming out, so that should probably be fine for our coffee now. We might as well, let's just pour it. If I pour a little bit and there's no steam coming out of it, then we know maybe we should let it go a little bit longer. But, oh, look at that.